Hello, Marcus Bronzy from How to Kill an Hour, and today we are doing another What's in the Box. And then, by the way, it's a heat wave. This is why we're outside. It's like 30 plus degrees in London, and we're not prepared for it over here. Anyway, today we are checking out the Gozney Roccbox, which is a portable pizza oven, which apparently, when it gets up to speed, can do pizzas in minutes. So we're going to try it out, but first let's find out what's in the box. Right, first things first, let's see what we have in the box. So we've got a couple of small boxes here at the start. This is the gas burner. So this is one of the ways that you can heat the Roccbox. The other way is with wood, and I think that's what we'll be using today. But if you do have a gas canister, we actually have a shortage in the UK at the time of shooting this, summer 21. If you can get your hands on a gas canister, this is what you'll use with it. So this is the gas connector here. I'll try and bring this close as possible. This is one way of powering the Roccbox, and I'll show you how this all fits together in a second. But the lead here, you attach this to your gas, and then that's an adjustable nozzle there, and you fire it up. That's how you crack on. We also have the wood burner, which is what I'm using today. Get that open. You do have a manual with all of these, which I will go through, just not now. We'll have to go through this bit. It's a little bit different. This is the hopper which goes in. Just check I've got that right. Need to know what I'm chatting my shit, bro. This is the hopper tool. Bit of Gozney brand in there. I'll show you how this all goes together in a sec. This is the wood burner. Little tray there. Quite small this actually, so if you are getting wood for this, and we'll talk about the wood in a second, make sure it's not big chunks. Wood goes in here, I presume. Heat happens, comes out and goes into our Roccbox. It's quite cool, that. Quite cute. Hopper here. That's how the hopper works. Pop it out. Wood in. Closed. Maybe this is a bottle opener. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. It's probably worth me saying at this stage, I have no experience of using wood-fired ovens. So if you're a beginner, learn with me today. Next up is the Gozney itself. See, it reaches 925 degrees Fahrenheit or 500 degrees Celsius. Safe touch silicone jacket, ready to use from unboxing. Portable, and you get a 5-year warranty as well. Decent. Hey. This is the pizza peel. For this, once you get your pizza on, see it's got the Gozney brand in there. That's that. Hello. I think Gozney's trying to tell me something there. This is some information about how it works. It kind of talks you through the insulated body, the stone that it's got in it, because there's a piece of stone in this which gets up to temperature, so you can get that wood cooked pizza vibe. Stainless steel, which is light and strong and durable. A rolling flame, which means the flame, once we get it going, you won't be able to see this from this angle, comes up the back of it here and over the top and heats up the oven. Here's a recipe book telling us how to make some dough. I've already made my dough. It's proven. It's been it's been blending overnight. It's a really hot day, so I've had to put it in the fridge. For all of those pizza lovers out there that are probably gonna cuss the consistency or look of my pizza dough, I'm not a pizza chef, all right? Let me off. It's heavy. It is heavy, and this is probably the stone. Is my face out of it when I'm standing like this? It is heavy, this. So what I'm going to do is move the box over here, let the box fall. It's weight. Look. I go to the gym and lift heavyish weights. I haven't got the weight of this. We'll put this in the description. But it is portable, yes, but it is heavyweight. So have a look at the weight. See if you're cool with lifting that. Don't need to do your back in with this because it has got a big bit of stone in it. If you can't lift it, a couple of you might be able to lift it, especially if you put it back in the box afterwards. But it's profile. I mean, I'm sitting on a bench here. I haven't got the measurements with me, but it's. I mean, to think that pizza's going to come out of that, I'm quite excited. Love that noise. Sounds like I'm de-sheathing a blade. And so this is the carry case that you wrap around it. This helps you lift it. On the side of it you have wardings immediately which say use outdoors only. You read the instruction manual before using the appliance. Do not use spirits or petrols for lighting or relighting the oven. Accessible parts may be very hot. Keep away from young children. All of the basics basically. Keep it away from people that aren't cooking. Make sure it's a safe distance away because this thing gets very hot. My oven at home goes up to 290 degrees. This gets up to 500. I'm going to take this off for the cook because even though this is the silicone insulation, by the way, which helps keep the heat out for us and the heat in for this, it may not be working very well with the sticker. On the back, you can see a nice little Gozney logo here. It's pretty cool. Front, Gozney logo here. You can see the stone inside it. I don't know if you can see, right at the back you can see some perforated holes, and that's where the flame will be coming through. Underneath, these are the foldable legs. I'll show you how those work in just a second. Stainless steel at the bottom, and at the back you've just got that fiery logo. And here at the bottom is where you'll connect the two different power sources, whether it's gas or wood. Okay, it looks like it's a click-on thing here with some insulation. Like this. So, the fuel I'll be using today, this is kiln-dried hard wood. Gozney have sent this over to us to get going. And the reason they ask you to use dried hardwood, like this is because it's small, and this is obviously cut into chunks that are small enough to fit into our wood burner. But they also burn very hot, and you get a lot of energy out of them as well. So, you know, for me to exaggerate, something like an MDF, if you were to chuck a small amount in, would burn very quickly, might be hot but wouldn't last very long. But ideally you want your wood to be cut like this, which may be less convenient than finding big blocks of hardwood, but hey, this is what it takes. So there you go. So these are about 5 inches long, and there's just a whole bunch of these cut. I don't know how easy it is to find wood that's been cut up like this, but this is what we'll be using to get the oven up to temperature and keep it topped up as well. I mean, I've got a whole bag here. I think it's loads to do a few cooks, but we'll find out how much we need. This is how the wood will be going in. Obviously I won't be using my hands when I do it, but that's why the wood is so small, so you can chuck it in, get it going, top up. Now I think whilst you're doing pizzas, I believe every time you put a pizza in, they say for you to top up the wood a little bit, just to keep things nice and hot. So there you go. I'll leave that in there for when we do the cook. The final step we need to do with this today, before we get cooking, is connect this together and get this right. I'm lining up the holes. There we go. Okay, so there you can see the wood burners there. This is a bit higher off the floor now, which I feel a lot more confident about in terms of keeping heat off the floor. There you go. Now we just got to cook some pizza. So before we start up, I just thought I'd show you how I've loaded up the wood burner in reverse. So what I've got is some kitchen roll that I've used in the past. So it's reused kitchen roll, ain't wasting fresh stuff. I've got some brown paper, just underneath the brown paper, so I've got kitchen roll, got some white paper. Then I've got some brown paper, which is slightly thicker. This is all reused from old deliveries and stuff. Some cardboard, which should go up quite well afterwards, which is slightly thicker. Then I'm going to actually, I've not finished this yet, tear up one of our main bits of wood with my hands, try not to get splinters, and pop all these bits down, just so they get going a little bit more easily. And then pop these bits of hardwood on afterwards. There we go. And they recommend you put 3 in, and then I'll have space underneath to pop a lit match. I'm using extra long matches, so I'll light it, get that going underneath, and hopefully we'll be cooking. This thing on the job underneath, get that in the Gozney, and then I'll just keep feeding it, keep checking it, like keep popping wood on, keep checking the temperature, get it up to 500, get a pizza going, and then yeah, see what my first ever pizza cook is like. Just before we set it up for the cook, there's a slight slope here, so we put some slate underneath just to make sure it's nice and even. That's inside where we'll see the cook going on. I've also placed it in some shade, just so I and you can see what's going on. This is all wood here. This is not wood. This is all not the opposite of wood. This is all stone around here, so super safe for fire safety. There's some gravel there, some rocks there. Kept the extra wood a little while over there. There's also water within 3 meters of us, which, you know, just in case we need it, we've got it. And around here, this is where things will get quite hot. This is where I'll be using something to open up. Temperature gauge there, which is obviously reading right there. I think we're ready to get going, get cooking. Also, one more thing, you want to be making sure that the wood burner is facing into the wind on a windy day, or if there's a slightly moderate wind. If it's a very windy day, you want to have shelter. But it'll just help things get cooking if you get the wind in that direction. There's no wind today. It's hot. But that means we don't have to worry about the direction that we place it. Fire's going on here. Kids are crying outside. If you have a look in here, you can see the fire is doing its job. Let's try and zoom in on there. You can see there's flame there. There we go. To keep it going. Just so you know, this is the real deal. Here's my dough that I made, but I've had to keep it refrigerated because it's so hot and the yeast has deflated a little bit. It's not done its thing, but I brought it back, so I've knocked it down, and then, well, yeah, knocked it down, and then I'm gonna let it heat up now, and hopefully this should come back in just a moment. I'm gonna let it warm up to the right temperature. We should make a good base with that. Here we are back in here. Had to knock them down, warm them up a bit, and look at that for the bounce back there. Woo! Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Time to make some pizza. So here we go, attempt 1. Burnt a little bit because I tried to put the cheese in last because I was worried the cheese would burn. If I put it in, I'm gonna get the timing right and we'll see how this goes. But let's cut this up and see what the flavor's like. Probably should be cutting it up on a dish, but I can't wait. I made it, so of course I'm gonna say I like it, but could do with a bit more proving in the dough there, but that's a good bounce to it. It's cooked all the way through. Got you another slice to show you. Cooked all the way through, and you saw that in real time, that cooked for this pizza. Cooked all the way through. Cheese is nice and melted. That's a margarita pizza. Gonna try a few more pizzas and let you know how we get on. That's good. That's good. Feels satisfying to make it myself. Cheese! So here we are, end of the day with the Gozney. It's dark outside, so I'm not going to film with it anymore, but just want to say with these two pizzas, I'm pretty proud of these. Don't be letting me know in the comments what you think of my pizzas, all right? Not interested in that. But yeah, fun little device for portable pizzas. Could take it on the road with you. Obviously, you've got to let it cool down overnight after using it. It can take 1 minute to cook a pizza at its fastest. It was taking us about 2 minutes max, 90 seconds, 2 minutes to get a pizza going. As soon as you let the fire drop, though, and the heat drop off, that can quickly become 4 or 5 minutes. So yeah, it's a fun device. With gas, you can get a consistent heat. With wood, you get that lovely wood smell. Really enjoyed using it because, you know, man, fire. And also, you know, it's nice to make some stuff from scratch. I made the dough from scratch. I made the tomato sauce from scratch-ish. Use some fresh ingredients on there. It's nice not to go to the pizza shop once in a while. And they genuinely do taste good, even if they are a little bit overdone. But yeah, for links to the Gozney, and also my favorite, this is the real MVP. You need a pizza peel. This is the Gozney one. This is branded by them. See that? This, you need to turn the pizza around. This is what I was using to turn the pizza. You need one of these. You don't just need this. This is great for getting it in and out, but you need something to turn the pizza so it doesn't get burnt just in one place. You want to burn it all over. That's how you know you've done your job properly. Anyway, I'm going to cut these up and enjoy these now. Pack down, leave the Gozney out, the Roccbox out to cool down overnight. And yeah, man, like I said, quick roundup. Great thing if you want to take a little pizza oven on the road. Cool thing for a party if you want to visit a friend. But obviously you have to think about preparing your dough first. I like it, man. I like it. It's a good alternative to having to build something like this or have a big bit of stone in your backyard. And it does get up to the hot enough temperatures to cook pizzas very, very quickly. So if you've got a lot of friends over, you crank up the gas, throw in the wood, and you can churn out, I don't know, what, 15 pizzas every half an hour, 30 pizzas an hour? That's enough to get a party going, man. All right, I'm Marcus Bronzy. This has been How to Kill an Hour. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe. Bless.